Well, we're going live. Welcome to Simon NoChaNoMa. Simon, and I'm live streaming on Twitch at the same time. So, hello, anybody at all on YouTube or on Twitch. Welcome to Simon NoChaNoMa, Simon's Living Room. For those of you joining on Twitch, this is your first experience. This is what it's like. It's me just rabbiting on. I do have guests occasionally. I had a guest last week. This week, unfortunately, no guests. And it doesn't appear to be any viewers either. But we'll see. Somebody may turn up. In the meantime, I'll just keep rabbiting on and see what happens. But here we are on YouTube, otherwise known as BoomerTube, which is being streamed simultaneously to Twitch, which is the young people's channel. But my friend Radri of Rad Culture on Twitch was streaming this morning, and I was watching his live stream. And I thought perhaps I should try as well and see where it takes me. It's different to YouTube in the sense that they don't preserve it for posterity forever. After a couple of months, it gets deleted, which may or may not be a good thing. But I hope you're all settled and enjoying yourselves. And I'm just looking out the window here. It's a nice sunny afternoon here in Europe, or in the west of Europe. And so any of my European viewers are probably out doing something more interesting instead. And my Japanese viewers, or the viewers in Japan, are probably also out doing something interesting instead. Perk said he would turn up. Is that you, Perk? I see one viewer. You said you would show up. So I hope so. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself, which is quite often what happens on this show. But hopefully they'll get some interaction. I can't see the chat on Twitch. That many things open, it's difficult. But anyway, one viewer, if you're there, please make yourself known and we can interact. But yes, the lockdown has affected things quite a lot. I was supposed to have the two chaps from Stuffer Channel on the show, but they're rather taken over with their own live streaming and their daily lives and their YouTube activity, and so that's been put back until the summer holidays, which are fast approaching, actually. And that shall be, hopefully they'll be able to join then at some point. You're here, Perk. Jolly good. I'm glad to see. And you're not a bot. That's good. Yes, I'm actually simultaneously. Oh, I don't know what's going on. You were here, and then it says no viewers. I'm not quite sure what's going on. But anyway, I'm streaming here and on Twitch. But if you do go over to Twitch, it's identical. It's killing two birds with one stone, which is rather an unfortunate turn of phrase, but it's rather accurate. I'm using the same microphone for Twitch as YouTube, but in order to get the picture on Twitch, I'm having to screen grab. But that makes it identical. But it's basically an experiment to see whether actually I do get any followers or viewers on Twitch. Lots of people in their 20s and 30s in their rooms, smoking weed, drinking beer, and wondering what's going on. It's the same one, I think. Simon, it's called Simon's Living Room, all one word with capital L for living room. If you look it up on Twitch, but I mean, don't be surprised. It's just exactly this what you're seeing now. At some point in the future, if it appears to be worthwhile, I may go on Twitch and do something different. And this will be the first ever Twitch stream of mine. No idea. I mean, the picture to me looks rather nice, just as clear as that from StreamYard. And it's not taxing my computer very much, which is rather good. Second viewer, welcome. It's nice to see you. We're having a bit of gororgoro suru here. Tomo, hi. Well, you and I can have gororgoro suru. You're doing gororgoro. Jolly good. Good. And Dibble as well. For Twitch viewers watching after the fact, if there are any, these are my faithful followers on YouTube and friends, I should add, who I may even meet. Speaking of meeting, I did mention in the advert that now that lockdown is pretty much finished in Europe, we can travel within our own countries. So I may go and visit cities again and bore you to tears wandering around with intermittent 4G in a Belgian city. Or I may go and meet up with my friend Ellen, a subscriber from Holland. We originally planned to go to Delft, historic city in Holland, and that was all came crashing down because of the coronavirus. I'm a little laggy. Yes, it's probably because I've got YouTube going. I've got the app going for all the green screen gubbins, and I've got Twitch going. If I didn't have Twitch going, my mouth would be in sync with the words. But Simon's Living Room. Yeah, Simon's Living Room with a capital L, all one word, apparently. Looking at it on here. Just being a bit lazy, not really put out. I should be putting up links and all that, but as I said, it's basically identical at the moment, anyway, to what's going on here. So, how are you all? I know it's Tomo's bath time, and it's lunchtime in London. Nigel, hello, Nigel. Nice to see you. Not quite sure. Are you a new subscriber? StreamYard is on. StreamYard is on. It's on, and it's being screen grabbed and thrown onto Twitch. So you can watch on either platform, or you can watch me on two monitors in stereo. So Simon's Living Room. Hi, Ty. Yes, it's Simon's Living Room. No apostrophes and all one word with a capital L. That's it, exactly. Hopefully that will get you there if you really, really want to go there for future use. I mean, I was talking to Radri that he archives his streams as podcasts, or he can save them for about a month, the actual Twitch stream, and then Twitch deletes them. Probably they don't have a big enough server to store it all like Google and YouTube. CPU hungry? Yeah, not quite sure. I mean, perhaps what's causing the slight lag, or it could be the wine. Right, it's nearly time for a bath. Okay, I just have to make do with a shower. I do my best. Yes. So gororgoro suru. I was like Googling. I always like to have a slight Japanese theme to my titles, and I've had all kinds of things like ikigai and all that sort of stuff, and wabi sabi and so on. And I was looking for lazing about, a nice lazing about evening and afternoon in my living room or at wherever you're at in your bath, for example. And I discovered gororgoro suru, which also is the sound of thunder, gorogoro. But not quite sure how it relates to being idle. It's, yes, hot and humid in Japan. It's not entirely hot here, but it's quite humid in Belgium. We seem to be getting sort of similar weather in terms of, rain and sunshine. Yes, rainy season and the heat there. No, not nice. The blue screen of death. Yes. Thankfully, that's never happened to me, except on PlayStation. It says I'm offline. Oh. Go live. Wait a minute. Hang on. I have to press this button. So I shall press live. Okay. There we are. I'm on Twitch now because I'm an idiot. I didn't see that little purple button which said go live. I thought I'm live streaming on there. You should see me now on Twitch, in glorious Technicolor, saying exactly the same thing I'm saying on here. So Twitch viewers, yes, I've been going already for 10 minutes, not realizing I was streaming only on YouTube. Doing gorogoro on bed. Yes. Everybody, let's do some gorogoro suru on our beds. You should be seeing something happening on if you're on Twitch there, Perk, you could send me a message and let me know that I'm going live. Oh, you followed me 9 seconds ago. That's good. My first Twitch follower. On. Oh God, that means I've got to do all the Patreon and the Discord and work out how you all send me sort of stars and gifts and raids and all that business. Oh dear. Yes, Radri was worried that his interviews and so on were boring as hell. I said they were quite niche, but all he has to do is go and watch my live stream on Twitch and feel better about himself. Yeah, so where was I? Yes, so did I mention earlier that, yes, the Shamisen friends in Berlin, I've got to contact them. I've spammed everybody this morning with the link to watch, but they're probably busy doing regular things rather than watching this. But the original plan was them to join the show through computer, obviously, and just be guests that way. But I should probably better investigate a nice trip to Berlin and see if I can take my old laptop along and see if that will work. Ah, right. Turn something on to comment. Hang on. I shall just click on the gear. Chat settings. Show mod icon. Show timestamp. Deleted messages. Pause chat. Blah, 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 blah. No. Switch to non-mod settings. Okay. Maybe that works now. Readable colors. Not quite sure. I've switched to non-mod settings. Not whether that means you can now comment. I don't know. I shall have to consult with Radri about this. It's all very new, in the sense that I've fiddled about with it before and set out my screen and everything, but never actually investigated fully how it all works. It's all a bit complicated, you know. So, what are you all up to on this afternoon for those of us in Europe and evening for those of us in Japan? I don't have Discord, Dibble. It took me a while to figure out what Discord was and why it was any different. I'm still not quite sure why it's any different to any other platform. Why you know, yes, getting yourself out there on all platforms seems to be the thing. Red Value was on Radri's stream this morning, and they were talking about TikTok. Do not expect me to go on TikTok. But Red Values said that he got more followers on TikTok than he did on YouTube, mainly because of the format for TikTok, where you've got about 6 seconds to impress your viewers. I don't think you can do live streams on there either. Hey, hello, Perk. All right, I shall type you a message just to prove that I actually am on Twitch. Jolly good. Me being meta. So you can watch me on 2 screens, lagging. Gorogoro means very relaxing, comfortable, and a little lazy. Well, yes. Basically, I should call it Simon NoChaNoMa Gorogoro, the Gorogoro channel. Although I do actually, I spent. You will see later that I spent some time putting a certain amount of effort into even what is just me waffling on my own. I spent no effort during the week trying to find a guest. Unfortunately, just a little bit of an upset with my best friend, so that kind of put me off balance a bit. So, but that's another story. What I'll do, I'll show you what I've been working on. Working on. It's just right clicking and clicking, but my ManyCam app, which is providing me with this lovely background and green screen and everything, also used to be able to show YouTube videos, which I could then have as backgrounds. And for a long time, it was refusing to upload them, but now it's worked. So let's go there. And if I do go to playlist, scroll down, move that up there, playlist, and press play, we'll have that going in the background. So some cozy images of bygone days. Yes, interested children looking at me in Kyoto. But yes, I was looking for old footage of Showa period Japan for that sort of cozy feel. So yes, gororgoro suru. Oh, excuse me. I spent practically all day yesterday cutting a hedge at work. About 3 to 4 hours of hedge cutting. It's the most exciting job that I have. I can't find you on Twitch. I should be under Simon's Living Room. No apostrophes and a capital L for Living Room, all one word. And I've just started streaming, and I do have a channel. This is the first ever thing on it, so I could be fairly obscure. Not that I'm not always obscure. I'm not sure whether yes, from this screen that I've got, I don't know whether I can pop a link in. That would be handy if I could do that, but I can't seem to see anything on there where I could click a link to the stream. But as I said, it's just exactly what you're seeing now on YouTube. But this will be preserved for posterity forever. French wine, Nigel. Yes, it's Beaujolais villages, appellations during Contrôlé 2017, and under €5. That was the deciding factor. And it's hopefully will last me till Tuesday. Yes, I always like to have that, especially if I'm doing a solo show, to oils the wheels, as it were. You never really got into Beaujolais. I quite like Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot, which are grape varieties and not specifically a type of wine or wine producing. But yes, it's not the same. It's at least 2 minutes behind. Twitch is 2 minutes behind. Oh, wow. 2 minutes. Goodness me. So, yes. I wonder whether that occurs when you're actually streaming on Twitch. I mean, I am streaming, but I mean, if you're doing it without streaming on YouTube, or whether it's all to do with my computer and the internet and stuff. Oh, yeah. So Cabernet and Merlot, more up your alley. Yes. It's about the only time. Yes, it's once a week with the show. It's the Simon NoChaNoMa gororgoro wine show. Yes, it's like Nigel. It's Beaujolais Nouveau used to be a big like chicken in the basket and Black Forest Gatto. It's the 1970s show with Simon NoChaNoMa. We're that old. Yes, BoomerTube, as I put in my hashtag, which was something that Japandi Jones on Twitch, who switched again from YouTube to Twitch, he coined that phrase. I thought it was rather good. And I was explaining to Radri that because Twitch deletes your videos after about a month, it's not the ideal platform if you're a content creator. If you're producing well edited videos and you've been out and with your fancy camera and oh hello, that's probably Twitch. What's that? Who's streaming? That's probably Japandi Jones. Manage your mobile live dashboard. Oh, it's Twitch telling me something. But yes, if you've done all that, you put all that effort in, and then it's only available for a month on the Twitch channel, and what's the point really? So BoomerTube, good old YouTube, is there for archiving your videos and for people who want to go back through your channel. Madiran. If I've probably said that completely wrong. Madiran, something like that. Assuming it is a French wine. Yes, I haven't actually had red meat for quite a while. I'm being sort of trying to cut that down. There was a while about a year ago where I was getting a steak every week. Yes, the third-party software I'm using, and yeah, I'm using the Manycam app, which is like takes over my computer and takes over the camera, and so on. So the CPU is but the StreamYard app uses the browser and its own stuff, so it doesn't. That's not so heavy. But maybe it's the Twitch thing. Muscadet, and it's dry white wine. I've never had white wine with red meat. Matthias Rosé lamps, yes, with wickerwork bottom, sort of wickerwork base. Yes, lava lamps, and we used to have and my parents used to have. I always used to like it very much. One of those white melamine mushroom foot tables with the white Star Trek swivel chairs. That was our dining table. It was really cool. I remember when we went to buy it. It must have been about 1973 or something like that. 70, and we went into this furniture store in Lancaster, in the north of England, and we looked at these groovy, futuristic, Star Trekky swivel chairs. Really enjoyed that table. It's very stylish. You won't drink wine unless it's French. I'll drink it if it's Californian. They have some good wine too. I'm getting a bit bored of this black and white nonsensical. It's very interesting, and no doubt. Let's have a look, but let's move on to some color images. There we go. Things I can do. Hang on, what happened there? No, I want to go here. Oh, it is color. It's just old film color. Wine and Coca-Cola. Oh dear. No. C-O-L-A cola. Yeah, my Twitch stream should be live live on YouTube now. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube now, Twitch people, which is just perk at the moment. Yes, that's what you do when you're sort of 16, 17. You just want to get drunk out of your mind as quickly as possible. I did it with pints. I think my parents used to give me £1 and say, that's off you go to the pub when I was 16. So, and I actually managed to get 2 pints out of that. That tells you how old I am. 2 pints out of £1. Buckfast. This is sort of like the UK equivalent of Thunderbird wine. Yes, and Tomo's going, what's that? Well, it's like shochu and what is it? What's it? Yeah, chuhai, a chuhai, not shochu. Chuhais. It's basically, you basically drink it to get wasted very quickly, as you do at that age. And if you're doing it now, then you have psychological problems, probably. There we are, going to work. Oh, I've got another half a day and full day to go before I go back to work. Did I watch the? Apparently, I did. I can vaguely remember the room itself. It was my grandparents' room in a small village in sort of just outside the Lake District in England, and I would only have been 3. Although the neurons that apparently from that age are the ones that don't deteriorate, so that's why you remember things from such an early age, and only the later ones degenerate and disappear. So yes, I remember kind of being in this room, and apparently my parents took me outside and on their arm and pointed up at the moon. As a 3-year-old, I'm not quite sure whether I understood quite what was going on. Woodpecker cider. Yes, I'm thinking 1980. Old Grey Whistle Test. Parents out. Old Grey Whistle Test New Year's special. Parents went out to party and left me with. Well, it can't have been 1980 because I would only have been 14. So it could have been 1981. And they left me with a 1.5 or 2 litre bottle of woodpecker cider. So there I was on the first floor living room with the residents playing on Old Grey Whistle Test New Year's special, dancing round, and I was drinking woodpecker cider. Oh no, I was born in '66. Yeah, it was a black and white television. I can vaguely remember the television as well. You sort of turned it on with a sort of like a ferruled dial that clicked. It was on my grandma's house, and then you waited for it to warm up. What's the woodpecker in woodpecker cider? Stewed woodpecker. No, it's just a brand name, and it's cheap, and it's sort of made in a factory, I should imagine. It's not the best cider in the world, but it does the trick. It tastes like cider. It's fizzy, and it's sweeter than lager, and this is why it's popular. Oh yeah, this is Tokyo before it got big. It's on the way to being big in the background here. So yes, people on Twitch who are watching this after the event, like, comment, subscribe, and all that social media nonsense. Oh, long life. I don't know about long life lager. Sort of. I remember harp. Stay sharp to the bottom of the glass. Yes, here we are, being nostalgic. This is what it's all about: being lazy and nostalgic. And I think Tomo's gone for a bath. Probably this is why she's disappeared from the stream temporarily. Long life lager. I don't know. It sounds like it's got preservatives in it or something. It doesn't sound particularly. Yes, and sherry trifle, and what else? I'm getting nostalgic here. And instant whip. Instant whip. Where are we now? Am I on? What am I? I'm still in Tokyo. What am I in Hokkaido? One of these is somebody's home movies from Hokkaido. Everybody's now like gone to their fridge to get their drink of choice. I'm going to ease off on that because I've got to take my son for a driving lesson later. So I shall. Angel Delight. That's it. Your father drank long life lager but died young. That's unfortunate. Yes, sue the company. Angel Delight. Mm. Prawn cocktail. You can still get prawn cocktail in some remote pubs in England. It still comes. Yes, none of this nouvelle cuisine nonsense. Yes, my nouvelle cuisine experience was once and once only, and that was at the Snooty Fox pub in oh god, where was it? I can't remember. It was called the Snooty Fox pub, and it was in a village. And I ordered duck. I thought, yeah, a nice big plate of duck with peas, chips, and all the trimmings. Oh, great, fantastic! And a big plate came with a wafer thin slice of duck with some artistically arranged vegetables and a dribble of something around it, and it cost me 10 quid. And I was like devastated. No way. So yes, me and nouvelle cuisine do not go together. But that being said, I remember a program that made me all nostalgic. I was talking about the 1970s. Whilst we're here, it's old. My boomer viewers, supersizers. Anybody remember in Dibble? You might remember it. The supersizers do this, supersizers do that, and they did this like the Elizabethan period, and they did sort of the Georgian period and everything, and they would cook all the kind of meals that Sue somebody or other was in it, and some chap whose name I've forgotten. But they did one. Hang on, what's going on? And they did one based on the 1970s. It took me right back, and it was utterly sort of heart clogging, vein clogging, death on a plate food that they used to. But it was all brought back all memories. Swap shop. You can still get Angel Delight, and you still do. Swap shop. Oh, you weren't a Tiswas chap then. Oh, banana splits. Yeah, we're that old. It's getting dizzy in the background. We've had Hokkaido from the 1950s. Let's just go back to my Fukui Prefectural Museum of Cultural History Showa living room. All the best food is death on a plate. Basically, yes. Some salads can indeed be tasty. I'm dropping a lot of frames, it says on Twitch. Oh dear. Not quite sure what that means. Perk, can you look on your other screen? Am I being very jerky and laggy on not quite sure what to do about that. Whether it's worth bothering with anyway. Tonka toy. I've got a Tonka toy in my shed downstairs. I I call it a shed. It's basically a room where I just throw stuff that I haven't got space for in the rest of the apartment, and where I put my bins. And on the floor is a Tonka bulldozer with a grab crane on the back, and it's all a bit rusty. What did you do to it, Dibble? You thought, He saw it read on the box, indestructible. Perk, can you comment in Twitch to see if I'm back to normal? It's a little bit jerky, but all right for me. Yeah, well, that's me in a nutshell, really. Although my boss doesn't think so. He thinks I'm old jerky. My best friend. I have to, yeah, I have to do something about that. I still have one dedicated viewer on Twitch, which is rather good. Thank you, Perk. I'm a bit of a jerk. One has to be. I was listening to this podcast or the Twitch stream with Rat Culture, and he says you need to have a kind of an edge, not just. I mean, you can't see behind the green screen here, but not just some guy in his bedroom waffling on blogging or woman. There needs to be some kind of element there that makes it worthwhile. As if you met me in real life at work, whether I would come across quite the same, I don't know. What was the first film I saw in the cinema without my parents? That is a good question. Good grief. I can't actually remember. Without my I remember. I was with. Oh no, I was with my grandfather. So that doesn't count. I don't know actually. I'll have to think about that. What was your first film that you went to see without your parents? It's all right to you. Jolly good, thanks. I mean, there's no timestamps on those comments, so you get timestamps on StreamYard comments, which is good. But on Twitch comments, they don't have that facility. Hello, Twitch, if you're watching, if you're anybody monitoring this, put timestamps on comments, so I'm not responding too late. Apocalypse Now. I think I just saw that on television. God, no, it escapes me. Without my parents. I haven't been to the cinema. I haven't been to the films for quite some time. The Matrix. I think I've just seen that on television too, and only partly, and only one. Yet I'm familiar with all the socio-cultural ramifications of the Matrix. Hello. Hang on. I have to go here and adjust my green screen. Chroma key. Yes, my green screen is lit by daylight. 4 viewers back again. So that's you're either in the bath, Tomo, watching, or you're back from the bath. Oh, it's Radri. Hello, Radri. You wanted to see Sonic in the cinema. Hi, Radri. I'm streaming on Twitch, by the way. My first ever. A virgin streamer on Twitch. Apparently, I for the first 10 minutes, I thought I was streaming on Twitch. And then my viewer Perk told me that he couldn't see me, and I'd forgot to press the button that says start. Very good for you. So after a month, this embarrassment will be deleted from Twitch automatically. But there you go. Whether I will gain viewers within that space of time, I don't know. But I'm streaming simultaneously from YouTube and Twitch using screen capture, and I've got the microphone doubled up, and it's being laggy or something. Simon's Living Room with a capital L. Yes, for living room, all one word. And then make yourself known in comments, which I had to get rid of the mod option on comments apparently, in order for people to comment. So you could foul mouth me on on Twitch, and I shall be able to do nothing about it. Hello, hang on. This is my son. Hang on. Yo. Hello. Yeah. Usual time. My show will finish in about 20 minutes, and I shall be there in about quarter to. It's now 2:10, and I shall be there about quarter to 3 o'clock, and we'll go driving from there, I think. Okay. Yep. Right. Okay. Bye. Seems laggy. Yes, I think it's one of my viewers was saying that it uses a lot of CPU, and I've not got the most powerful computer. That's why I can't use OBS. So because I've got this running, I've got the app running for the green screen, which is not doing what it should be. Come on, there we are. And so it's using a lot of power. Yo. Yes, my youngest son is now learning to drive. My oldest son can drive, and my youngest son, I'm teaching him. And so the more chances. I mean, he lives most of the week with his mother, but his mother, for one reason or another, can't take him out for driving lessons. So it's only when he comes to me, or I go to pick him up from his mother's, that we can go drive. But he's getting the hang of it now, which is good. So in the coming weeks, I shall be doing what I did with my eldest son, and now that lockdown is kind of finished and you can travel within the country, we should be going further afield to get more experience. Mini disc 45s, yes. I think one of my first records. My first 45, embarrassingly, was "You're the One That I Want" by John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. That's what I spent my pocket money on, because it was the nearest thing to 50s rock and roll that I had come across at that point, and I was into that at that point, and commercially available. But I think my next single was "Green Onions" by Booker T and the MGs, and that was followed up by "House of the Rising Sun" by the Animals, and then my first LP, I think, one of the first LPs was The Doors, that I got from the record shop in the town, and I'd sort of ordered it, and because they didn't have it in stock. Oh, you stopped learning to drive? Well, I learned to drive when I was 17, and it took me until I was about 22, and 4 goes. But luckily now after about 30 years, I can do it quite well. Mini discs, yes. I mean, I'm not quite got a mini disc player, but I've got when I was married, my wife got me for Christmas once a DVD camcorder recorded directly onto mini DVDs, which I thought was so ultra cool and the future, and it was rapidly superseded within about a couple of years, and it is rather obsolete at the moment. Have I visited Bruges? Indeed, quite frequently, really. Sort of, it's rather nice. I think I might have even done a live stream from there at some point. I can't remember. But I certainly got Bruges videos, visits to Bruges on my other channel, not on the live stream channel, but on my oldie Simon NoChaNoMa channel. Yes, it's very nice, Bruges, and yes, it might be actually a good idea to go and visit it again, because it won't be too busy before it gets busy, because it can be horrendously busy because of obviously tourism, but with the current situation as it is, it could be quite pleasant to walk around there and go on a boat trip on the canals. Level 42. Red wine. No, I'm doing a driver lesson, Simon. Stop. Could I put a link to my channel? Hang on. Right. That means I have to open another thing. Hang on. Let's have a go. Don't do that. That buggers up because I've got screen capture going on. Can somebody put a link in the comments to my channel? If you look at the advert, Nigel, the end cards, the advert. There's you can click on the end card. There's me in a white suit and me in my green jacket. And me in my green jacket is this channel, and me in my white jacket is my other channel. Is my original channel. And if you click on that end screen picture, you'll get to the channel. What's it called? It's called Simon NoChaNoMa, same as this, but you have Simon in Roman letters, and then it's all Japanese letters in kanji and kana, NoChaNoMa, which probably makes it fairly obscure and difficult to find on YouTube, and not the best thing to do when you're trying to get lots of followers. You did put a link in some time ago. Yes, I should. I'm trying to think if I can. Is there a way to do it without? No, not really, because I've got. Hang on. It's capturing. Yeah, I have to open a. Hang on. Excuse me, Twitch. I move that tab down there. There we go. Ha ha ha. YouTube. Okay, right. I have to open YouTube. Go to my own show. Oh no, not go to channel. My channel. Things you do. Customized channel. Excuse me, I'm rambling here. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Right. Copy. Right, get rid of that. Okay, I'm going to pop it down. Would I ever play a game on Twitch? Possibly. Metal Gear Solid. There we go. You probably have to copy paste that. I don't think don't think it's an active link. You can't put active links in the chat. Oh, you put one in 20 minutes ago. When it's somewhere up, he would have to scroll up. So, but thanks anyway. Yes. Yeah, I might play a game. Or Uncharted, or Simon gaming badly. Yes. No, you're not a nuisance, Nigel, at all. No, it's just I'm just not particularly up to speed on the old social media. I put a certain amount of effort into it, but given that it's not financing me in any way, it worked. Jolly good. So basically, what you'll find on there is my my videos, proper videos, where I go out and do stuff, and also all live streams from this show up until about October 2019, which is when I switched to StreamYard, when Google decided to drop the Hangouts option. You're getting lots of free. Are you a game reviewer? Is that what you do? Is sort of like a beta tester or something, where they just throw games at you? My son is pumped for getting the PlayStation 5. I think Red Value said it looked, or no, it was Radri. Radri said it looked like a coffee machine. I should tell my son that. I don't know. That would be pretty good. A PlayStation where you could play super cool games and it made coffee as well. Yeah, just to keep you going. So I'm lagging. I'm lagging on Twitch. So if I had to do Twitch, I would probably have to do Twitch exclusively so that my computer could cope and I wouldn't lag. The Bruges videos, yeah, a few years ago, they're I can't remember the names of them, or I think I maybe did one or two. And it's there's not a lot of me talking in them, which is probably very good. And it's more scenic, and occasionally you hear me mumbling in the background or talking. Not a lot of selfie stuff in it. A PlayStation coffee maker, a PS5 PlayStation coffee maker, coffee maker. Yeah, I'd get that. Yes, you'd probably have to go back a couple of years or so, or more in my. It could be in a playlist. The Wild Wild World of Quiet Walks or something like that. That's the name of one of my playlists. I have a radio voice. Yes, I bought this microphone and spent present money on it, and the interface and everything, and then discovered that because I was thinking about, probably still am thinking about doing voiceover work, but in order to get a clean, dry sound, you need an isolation booth, pretty much, in order to do. You can do it under a blanket. Gororgoro suru. No, voiceovers, but it's not the most ideal thing to do. Edward Fox. Yeah. My friend in Yamaguchi thought I looked like, what's his face? Chap who plays Wolverine. The Silent Hill game. Which one? The very first one or the latest? GTA 5. GTA 5, or like an upgraded version. I got as far as GTA 4, and then just got bored with go and kill this guy, go and kill this other guy, go and kill this guy and take this, go and take that car, take it to point A to point B without smashing it up, go and kill another guy. Okay. Julian Sands, what are you on about? Edward, I'm Julian Sands. Room with the view. It's going back a bit. GTA 5 is online. Okay. Silent Hill. Yeah, is that the Hideo Kojima? Oh, he was going to do a Silent Hill game. It was a compliment, Julian Sands. That just makes me think of Julian and Sandy from from Round the Horn with very old radio show. Radio. There we are. I have a radio voice. Welcome to Simon NoChaNoMa Late Night. Drive time with Simon NoChaNoMa. If you're driving on the M1, please stay awake and stop for a coffee. Yes, I played San Andreas. I enjoyed playing San Andreas, despite the sort of like the rather not fantastic graphics. Yeah, I mean, after playing San Andreas, and then I played GTA 4, mainly for the graphics, but they weren't all that spectacular. Top-down games. Top-down games were big in the 1980s at college. Ikari Warrior I played, and some kind of, I can't remember what it was called. You flew a what appeared to be a Harrier jump jet, side kind of top down isometric side scrolling thing. And Defender wasn't top down. Yeah, homework after a while. Yes. When you go into a game and it's not Final Fantasy and you spend the missions are like grinding rather than actual enjoyable. Well, I like San Andreas. It had what's his face in it, who played the corrupt FBI chap, James Woods. That's right. Well, his voice anyway. Top down games. Space Invaders in the pub, 1982. 10 pence in, pint of beer on the glass table. Jeff Boycott. Bloody hell. No, not really, because I can't do a Yorkshire accent very well. I get marked down for doing a Yorkshire accent. I have to look it up in a book. Outrun. Oh, yes, Outrun. I used to do that. See how far I could get before your money ran out. There was a sort of a version of that, or a copycat version of that, where you could smash into other cars and drop mines and stuff. That was quite good. So there we have it on Twitch. We have late night Jeff Boycott impressions on Twitch for all those young people who don't know what the hell's going on. Just get some Angel Delight and go gororgoro suru. You'll not regret it. Pac-Man. Yes, they had those. But you had to stand up for that. After you'd got your packet of your pint of best and your packet of pork scratchings, you stood up and played Pac-Man while listening to sort of Led Zeppelin. Ghost and Goblin. No, I didn't play Ghost and I played Zork. Has everybody played Zork? People who are old enough to remember. It's just like a Dungeons and Dragons text game on computer where you have to use your imagination. And I played once or twice some kind of dungeon game on a Sinclair Spectrum ZX81 that my nephew had or something, or a cousin. Oh, you're asking too much there, Nigel. Ted Lowe. No, I have to get really close to the microphone for Ted Lowe. Steve Davis. Pink. Top corner. No, but they'll be lost on a lot of people. Possibly even you. I don't know. Yes, when I was about 10 or something like that, at my grandfather's house, I got into snooker and would watch that for some reason. Back in the day when that was this will give away the age, when Top Gear was a program about cars. Well, speaking about cars, I've got 33 seconds left before I have to go and pick up my son and give him his driving lesson. So to all viewers on Twitch who missed the first 10 minutes, I'm not going to extend it for 10 minutes. And you're thinking, thank Christ for that. Uh, but next week, I could be in Holland visiting my subscriber, and I shall perhaps try and do a live stream from that, or I could be like just go completely back on my word and not do that. But I don't know actually what's happening next week. I may try and get a guest on or something like that. Oh, I'm getting good show thanks on Twitch as well. Nodes of Yesod on the Amstrad 6128. There you are, Radri. You have to look that one up. But yes, this has been Simon NoChaNoMa, Late Night Television. And thank you for joining, and thank you for keeping me company, which is the main reason I do this show, actually. Because as we were mentioning on Red Valley, I mentioned it's all about the human connection. And as I mentioned in comments on that Twitch stream, this is basically more or less one of my few human connection points. So this will be it for the weekend. Well, I shall interact with my sons, but that's it, really. So I'm very grateful to you for joining. And next week, you can expect more of the same, possibly with a guest. We shall see. I have to end the stream on Tuesday. Yes, I have to work and end the stream here. So I'm going to end the stream on Twitch first. This has been an experiment on Twitch. I hope you enjoyed it. There may be more. I may do solo Twitch streams and see what that goes like, whether I'm laggy or not. But for now, thank you for joining. Ending stream on Twitch. Blink. End stream. Yeah. Blink. Okay. Whispering Bob Harris. Yes. Tonight on the old grey whistle test. Right. Goodbye, everybody. And drive safely. Don't fall asleep at the wheel. A human connection that YouTube says is okay. Yes. I shall not get banned. But this has not been made for children. I've subscribed to some channels who have accidentally not looked at what they were doing and made their channels as made for children. Nobody gets any notifications for them. So luckily, that is not the case with this channel. It's not made for children. Children would go, what the hell is this? Why am I watching it? But unfortunately, it's made for boomers and proto-boomers like Radri. Okay, thanks, everybody. And I have to press this button here, which ends it all. And I shall see you all again next week. Thank you for joining. Bye-bye.